You want to get off to a fast start, especially against a really quality team like that at their place. Unfortunately, we didn't do that. We let them, first drive, they went right down, scored. We're able to, get a big play on third down and move the ball down the field. And kind of before we know it, we're down 13-0. We had a good punt that pinned them deep, later in the first quarter, and they had a bobbled snap, and one of our junior linebackers, Nicolau Corey, had a sack, forced fumble, and we weren't able to recover it for a touchdown. We were able to get a safety and force them to kick off. And it really created a little bit of a spark for us. We scored quick with a long touchdown run by Brian Kearns, and we're able to get the ball back again and score again on another run by Brian Kearns. And now all of a sudden, middle of the second quarter, we've retaken the lead. So I was really happy to see us, respond to some adversity there and fight back. But as good teams do, Post fought right back and created some drives of their own, and were able to create a turnover right before the half on a poor decision by us. And instead of going down in the half down 12 points, we go down 18. So that was disappointing, just the way we finished when we had a chance to keep it close. And then obviously, you can't make those type of mistakes against good football teams, on the road at their place. So a lot of respect for who they are, and not to take anything away from them, but we didn't make it hard enough for them. Obviously, Brian got a decent amount of burn last year, especially towards the end of the year when Mike Cordova went down. He had a big game versus Bentley at the end of the year last year as a freshman. He did a tremendous job this offseason, really just transforming his body. He dropped a little bit of weight, got stronger, got a little faster. He's still, he's a tough tackle. He's got great vision. He's got a great feel in between the tackles. He's got a low center of gravity. He can make people miss. He can run people over, and he's fast enough that when you give him a crease, he can run away from some people too. He did a great job first week of the season against Bloomsburg in the second half, and he showed some more of that, again versus Post. He's a very talented football player, and he's a really good complement to the other guys that we have on offense. I think the biggest thing for us is that we're evaluating everything, whether it's the personnel, the scheme, the game plan. All those things. Obviously, no one's happy being 1-2, and especially on the defensive side of the ball, knowing that we haven't played our best football yet. We knew that we were playing two, really good conference opponents. But again, we just haven't been consistent. I think we have the playmakers. We have some guys with experience. We have, just like anybody, we have some new faces, after graduation. And, those guys have to mature and become more consistent for us to be more consistent defensively. I think it all starts with us, having to, stop the run better. Our run fits, our tackling, the fundamentals of playing defensive football. We have to own those things in those areas and be better for it. And that's going to create some better third down opportunities. We did a terrible job against Post, especially in the first half, of getting third down stops, and partly because a lot of them were third and short. So we've got to be more consistent on first and second down and create those opportunities on third down. And I think, I think a lot of the guys in that room, including the coaching staff on that side of the ball, no one's happy with the performance that we've had to date. But I also, I don't think anybody's, throwing in the towel either. I think everybody knows that our best football is in front of us, and we just have to go out there and do it. And we've had a great week of practice, and I trust those guys in that room that they're gonna turn around and execute. See, Saint Anselm's a team that has been improving, throughout the years, and we've been fortunate enough to keep the trophy here in Easton. But that's one of those things where, what we build into that game is, that trophy means everything to us because it means we won the football game. And it's the biggest game of the year because it's our next game. And we're really hungry for one right now. We need one. I think our guys, if anything, it adds a little extra, to the week, knowing that there is a trophy on the line and it's a home game and a conference game. And, we're not going to just rely on the fact that we've always had that trophy, that we're going to have it again after the game Saturday night. It's something that we have to go out and earn every day in practice. But I think it's going to be a good football game, just like it's been the last couple of years against them. I definitely believe that their record doesn't indicate, the level of quality of football that they're playing right now. I think, they've been in all three games. They played a Division I AA opponent, Wagner College, tough first game of the season. They hung with Bentley for a little bit, and then they were down by one touchdown or two scores going in the fourth quarter against a really good New Haven team. So they're talented. They play hard. They play fast. They're young in some areas. they've got some weapons offensively. Their quarterback is a really good athlete. They run a lot of option style run game with him. So they're going to put the ball in his hands and hope that he makes the right decision and can continue to move the chains and control the clock that way. Defensively, they're aggressive. They're experienced up front. They've got a lot of seniors on the D line. They've got a couple young guys in the second and third level, but they play aggressive football. They play fast. They were able to create some turnovers last week, and that's what really kept them in the football game. Defensively, we have to contain the option run game. That's been a big point of emphasis for us this week. Offensively, just consistently being able to move the ball, continue drives. Obviously, being able to run the football is going to be a big piece to that puzzle, and limit our mistakes there. And then special teams, we've got to come up with those big plays that we rely on. We have to win games on special teams, and that's controlling field position. That's making a big play, whether it's bringing a big return or blocking a punt. I think the better we do in that phase of the game, it just sets up our offense and our defense. So I definitely say those are the key. It's a really unique situation for us to see guys come back to our program and see where we were maybe 30 years ago versus where we are now as a program, and everything in terms of recruiting wise and roster size and facilities and just the competition level. And hopefully, what we're doing now, makes those past alums proud that they were part of the foundation that has built to where we are today. And obviously we're continuing to build on that foundation. I think, we've already gotten some feedback from alums that are going to be here this weekend that they haven't made it back to a game since they graduated. So we're excited to have those guys back. And obviously we'll have some familiar faces that are always here. And I think it's a unique opportunity to honor the past while still celebrating the present. And we're happy that they want to be a part of this this weekend. We're happy that we can provide an opportunity to recognize them and thank them for what they did to allow us to be in the position we are here today.